Hello everybody. Today we are making a cake, and more specifically, I'm going to make a vanilla cake with huckleberries folded in and a whipped cream based frosting. So this recipe is from Fresh April Flowers, and it's their strawberry cake recipe with strawberry cream cheese frosting, and I've made that cake before. It's way too sweet. The vanilla cake with the strawberries are sweet enough, and it's just way too much sugar with that like butter cream cheese frosting. So instead of 2 cups of strawberries, I'm folding in huckleberries, and I'm only going to be doing 1.5 cups of huckleberries because 2 cups seemed like too much, and huckleberries take forever to pick. So didn't want to use too many. And we are baking this cake in honor of 10,000 subscribers. We hit 10,000, and it's really crazy because I was looking through my photos and I saw a screenshot from February, this past February, and it was my channel banner with 420 subscribers. So the growth has been crazy. Thank you everybody for watching and liking and commenting. I love reading comments. So yeah, that's the cake recipe. That's where I'm getting the cake recipe. When we get to the frosting, I'll let you know where it's from, but it's from a lemon cake recipe, which I also made. It had lemon cake, lemon curd, and this whipped cream frosting. It doesn't have much sugar added. It's a lot of heavy whipping cream and some cream cheese, and it's the perfect frosting for people who don't like frosting or don't like a lot of sugar. But it also reminds me of the frosting that you would find in like an Asian style bakery, like Korean French style bakeries or Japanese French style bakeries. They'll have cakes with like a whipped frosting, which I believe is mostly just a whipping cream with gelatin or maybe agar maybe, but I don't like to eat gelatin, so this was a recipe that has some cream cheese, so it has some stability to it. I have my huckleberries. If you want to make this cake, it's 2 cups of strawberries chopped with the liquid taken out. These were frozen huckleberries. Again, I'm doing 1.5 cups, so I gotta take some of this liquid out. I'm sure you can do chopped peaches and other fruit. Just make sure there's not too much moisture. And this is 3 1/4 cup of flour, so that's 3 cups of flour plus 1/4 cup. And then 3 eggs, 1, 2, 3 eggs, and 1 egg white. So I already separated that. And then 2 sticks of unsalted butter, some salt, baking powder, and a cup of milk. We're going to put 4 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and that should be everything. So first we do the flour and we mix in the 4 teaspoons of baking powder. I have my measuring spoons here. They're very loud because they're metal. I always double and triple check. Teaspoon, yep. I'm really doing this recipe because I have a bunch of heavy whipping cream in the fridge that I need to use, and I think it's been almost like 3 weeks, which heavy whipping cream is only good for like 3 to 4 weeks. It smells fine, so it passes the smell test. I don't want to waste it. 2. Did I do 2? I might have to go. I might have to pause the video and then look to make sure I put. I literally started and forgot if I even put 1 in. Okay. Yes, I did put 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And I did just preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and I just greased 2, either these are 8 or 9 inch, you can use whatever, 8 or 9 inch pans, grease them with butter, and then throw flour on top and shake it around and then spill out the excess. The flour is very important. don't forget the flour, or else your cake might stick a little bit, okay? And some of it will fall off when you try and take it out. But anyways, this is so annoying to me. There's like a little hole in my apron, so it's not straight. I wish it was straight, because that just bothers me. But anyway, we did the baking powder, and I need to buy more. Someone remind me in the comments that I need to buy more of this. And then we do 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt. Just do that. Nothing to see, nothing to see. And then we just mix that, which this is a really small bowl to mix this in, but all my other bowls I'm using for leftovers, so. Alright, this is the part where we need this. So hopefully it's not too loud. So we have our flour, and then now I'm gonna set this aside. And this is my sugar container. Just gonna empty out the rest of it. 2 cups of sugar. There's almost exactly 1 cup in here. And then here's the new bag of sugar. I don't know how much this cost, but normally I buy it from Walmart in bulk. They have an organic Walmart brand sugar. I think it's like $7 for, I think it might be 5 pounds of sugar. Or wait, no, I think it might be more, because I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? And then, and normally I find it really annoying when people refill stuff into other containers. I don't know why I do this, just 'cause I guess. Oh my god, I just got sugar everywhere. Ooh. Oh, there's sugar everywhere. Ooh, that was nice. That worked out perfectly. Grass-fed unsalted butter. I normally buy a different kind of butter, but they were out of it. I feel like this is the real deal because it's so yellow, and I put this stuff on my popcorn. It was way different. It tasted so much better, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, this is really salted. Like, it smells so strong. It smells like movie theater buttered popcorn. That was not satisfying. I'm gonna get out my tiny little spatula to get the rest off there. Go like this. Get all the butter off, if I can. Look how yellow that is. I'm not used to that. From New Zealand. From New Zealand. How is that accent? Isn't it like kind of Australian or something? New Zealand. Okay, we're gonna. Ooh. gonna mix this. Okay. It's a lot of sugar to butter ratio. That is fluffy. We're gonna add some vanilla, a teaspoon and a half. But we're always gonna add a little bit more vanilla than they say. Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. Nothing to see here. This is from Trader Joe's. I think this is really affordable. And one time when I was like 18, I went to just buy this, and they were like, "Are you 21?" And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "This has alcohol." And I was like, "I'm just trying to bake cookies." And then they let me buy it. Or was I like 17 and they were like, "Oh, you should be 18. I don't know. Whatever, but they almost didn't let me buy vanilla, guys. So, I always use vanilla extract. You can make your own. I've seen the YouTube shorts, the Instagram reels where they're like, "It's so easy to make vanilla," and then they let it sit for like 6 months. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'd rather just buy it. I sometimes buy the one from Natural Grocers, which is really expensive, but they do sell like a giant one. Actually, wait, the giant one might just be 4 ounces, so something, maybe it is. See, I don't know anything. Don't come to me for hacks and advice because I don't know what I'm talking about, so. I also talk way too much. Okay, add the eggs and the egg. Wow. Add the eggs and the egg white one at a time. See, it says that, but I don't really want to do that. Okay, it's fine. We'll do it one at a time. Egg. I need to do ASMR with just an egg. Let's add this. I can't even keep that in. It's way too loud. That was a horrible sound. That was a horrible sound. Never again. I gotta like. And I always clean down my mixer afterwards, so. These eggs are so hard. Right. Add the flour in 2 parts, alternating with the milk. Okay, we're gonna listen to them. Okay, we're gonna get this bad boy out of here. And we're gonna mix. I might cut a lot of the mixing out because it's very loud, so. Oh. Oh my god. I'm really not trying to make a mess. And yet here I am. Like, this is just sad, okay? Alright. The egg carton fell over. You have to be joking right now. I think you have to be. I just got batter flung everywhere. I'm not trying to. Normally I don't have this much trouble. I think that's like the best we're gonna do. Try and dry them off. Okay. This is like Nerdy Nummies except ASMR, except I'm not making anything look good at all, and it's way less organized. You know what? It didn't actually turn out that colorful. Okay. And then we're going to divide the batter as evenly as possible. You could use a scale. I have a scale. I'm going to use a scale. Okay. Then we're going to add. Oh, it's a lot of batter. Okay, we're going to add some. See how even I can get it. Okay, I think that's half. So we're at 29.6 ounces. Okay, then I'm gonna do this one. That's really annoying. 29.8, but there's like a little bit left. So I'm gonna add a little bit to this one. I did pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. That was a pretty good measuring job by me. Not gonna lie, it smells like a lot of vanilla. Vanilla complements huckleberry really well. 40 to 44 minutes. Use a toothpick in the center to make sure they're done. And then once they're out of the oven, you gotta make sure they're cool. Don't try and take them out when they're still hot because they'll just fall apart. I don't have a wire metal rack. I don't really need one. Like, I bake cookies and cakes and I just kind of work around it. I just use a regular pan. And I just wait until they're mostly cool in these pans before I use like a sheet pan to plop them out onto. And yeah, I guess when we come back, I will be doing the frosting. Alright everybody, I am back and you can't see my head anymore, but we are going to make the frosting. The cakes came out great. I think they've been out of the oven for an hour and a half. They're still a little bit warm, but I'm going to make the frosting. And it is dark now because I was going to bake earlier, but I forgot I needed more sugar. So the lighting's kind of bad, but you can see this. I plugged in like a lamp right there to try and get better lighting. So this is a very simple frosting: cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, vanilla. So the frosting recipe, I misremembered. I thought it was from a lemon cake recipe, but no, when I made the lemon cake, I also swapped the frosting. The recipe I used might have called for frosting with gelatin, and I don't eat gelatin, so I found another recipe by the Gardening Foodie, and it's a whipped frosting with no gelatin. I think the title, it says like 3-ingredient frosting, no gelatin, because you can do it without the vanilla, of course. So it's 8 ounces of cream cheese, and then you beat that for a minute, and then you add 3/4 cup of powdered sugar. And if you want, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and you just beat that together with the cream cheese. And then in a separate bowl, you whip 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and then you fold the whipping cream into the cream cheese mixture. Okay, I ended up just making the frosting using the instructions that I just said. So it's a nice whipped frosting. So basically, I really hope there's no chunks because I kind of over whipped the whipping cream on its own. So then when it came time to combining them, I couldn't really use the mixer, or else I would have over whipped it and it would have separated. So I had to mix it with this spatula, kind of like that, where you get all the clumps out. So this frosting might not be the best for like stacking cakes, especially like a heavy cake like this, it's not very light. So even if I do a giant dollop in the middle, it might, when I put the next cake tier on, it might just like smush it, but we'll see. I'm not that good at baking cakes. That's not my thing. So I'm not very educated on that, okay? I like a lot in the middle. I don't know how much I really need on the sides. I think there's some chunks. I don't like that word. I'm gonna let it spill over a little bit. Go like this. No, that doesn't really work. Just eyeball it. Okay. Maybe like a little more over here. What do you guys think? All right. It can be a little bit lopsided. That's all good. I don't know if there's too much left in here. Like, should I put more? I'm putting more. Okay, a little more. I love this frosting. So good. Okay, there's a little more. And then now this pretty much just slides off. So, I don't know if I should slide it off. I think I'll just, ooh, this is a very moist cake. So it's actually, I can't even really slide it off. Oh, I'm gonna get my hand under it. There we go. I'm gonna, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yay. Oh, that looks so good. Wait, I'm a baker. Gotta slide her. Oh, it's a she. It's not, it doesn't feel warm because I don't want this to melt, but I'm gonna put it right in the fridge after, and I'm gonna let it sit. And, sorry, I'm pretty sure I was just talking with like a vocal fry, because it's late. But I'm gonna put it straight in the fridge, that way it can cool. And then I'll cut into it. I'm not sure if this frosting sets because of the cream cheese and powdered sugar. And I think it stays pretty fluffy, but it will just help it firm up a little bit. I like cakes that kind of just look like this with the crumb coating. Like half naked cakes, I think that's what they call them. Oh, see, there's crumbs. This is why they do crumb coats. Especially since the sides are, they're all crumbly and moist. Good thing I don't have to do piping. Could you pipe with this frosting? I guess so. This reminds me of Cake Boss. I loved that show as a kid. That was such a good show, even though it was like the same thing over and over again. Oh my gosh, wait, this actually looks so good. I should have got out some huckleberries to thaw to write 10,000. No, it's fine, I'm not gonna write anything on it. Okay, just know this is for 10,000, okay? Okay. I kind of did the frosting ratio perfectly. Like, I'm just running out now. So it's perfect. Have some right here. And I'll clean up the bottom. Gonna just do that. I'm done with my cake. Alright, now I'm gonna clean up. I'm going to get out a couple of frozen huckleberries and I'm going to thaw those out while this is in the fridge, and I'll top them up top, and I guess I'll try some on camera before I say bye. I finished. I added some huckleberries to the top, and now we're gonna cut it. Definitely like it's not centered, but that's fine. So I'll do it like this. Okay. Okay, and then I don't want. Okay. I have a plate right here. I'm so bad at this. I also hate how it has like a lip because I can't get it flat. Okay. And the frosting doesn't firm up, so. Oh my god. You're joking, it looks so good. Alright, how many times have I changed the angle in this video? I don't know, but this took a lot of work, so that's why. The lighting changes, the angles change, but I'm gonna try this now. I don't think I can eat all this. It's 11:08. Okay. I'm happy with how the middle came out. Honestly, it could use way more frosting. Yes. Yes. Use this cake recipe if you want to put berries or fruit or whatever in your cake. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers. And hopefully there's no food in my teeth. And I hope you have a good day or night.